In this video, I'm going to talk about three things that are better left unsaid to those who are grieving. Number one was, don't say you need to get over it and move on. This may seem obvious, but many people make the mistake of saying things like, move on. To the grieving, it feels like you're telling them how to grieve. Everyone experiences grief differently, so everyone needs the space and time to do it their own way, and people need to respect that. My experience with this one was, it was only maybe two months or a month and a half after I lost my family, and we decided to go camping, my husband and my daughter. And some very dear friends were going to be up there with us. And a friend of my husband's said, well, why don't we come up there and we'll do all the cooking and you can just sit back and relax and we'll just visit, and we would love to, just spend the day with you up there. So my husband came home and told me about it, and at first I thought, okay, that'll be nice. As the time got closer, though, I just froze. I didn't want to sit there and talk to these people, be part of their conversation, laugh at all the right places. I was just frozen. I didn't want to do this in the end. And so my husband asked a friend of ours if maybe they could do it over at their campsite, that I wasn't ready to do it. And this other friend said, well, they're really doing it for you. So, no, I don't want it at our campsite. And besides, Joanne just needs to get over it and move on. And I felt that to be very cold, and felt like he didn't understand at all what we were going through. And to the extent of what we lost. It's hard when you lose a parent. It's hard when you lose a grandparent. And he lost his mother recently, but he just moved on. He misses her, but he moved on. And it's so different from losing a whole family unit like we experienced. The second one was stay strong. This statement really makes no sense to a person experiencing such grief. They don't want to be strong. Why be strong? They want their loved ones back, and no amount of strength can accomplish that. Just remembering to eat, to get out of bed, may take all the strength that they have for the day. Why stay strong? What for? Especially early on. This was said to me actually at the funeral home by a dear friend, and people feel uncomfortable. They don't know what to say, and I understand that. They just need to say something to help the person who is grieving try and feel a little bit better. They even need to feel better, like they said something that is going to make you feel better, and they don't. The quiet is uncomfortable, and so people just say things that they feel will help in that situation, but it didn't. This dear friend came up to me and hugged me, and we'd been standing there probably at that time at the funeral home about 2.5, 3 hours, and she came up and hugged me and whispered in my ear, "Stay strong." And I just thought, what Do you not see these caskets behind me? And you're telling me to be strong when all I want to do is jump into one of those caskets with them? What do I have to stay strong for? It took all I had to even get dressed and brush my hair and walk out to the car and go somewhere where I didn't want to be. And that certainly wasn't strength. It was just doing what I had to do at that point. The other one, number 3, is I was told that time will heal all wounds. Well, to the grieving, time is more an enemy than a helpful friend. Time just means that I was moving farther away from where I wanted to be, where I desperately needed to be. And that was the last time I saw my loved ones. And the memory of that evening that I had with them. As time goes on, it just takes me farther and farther away from that. And it's unbearable. Even these few months later, time may help to take away that acute pain that you felt at first. But I'm finding out even now that I still feel that acute pain. I still want to be with them. And I hate that time keeps moving. Time to me is my enemy. I wanted to stay in June, which was when they passed away, because I wanted to try and figure things out, what happened. And I knew I wouldn't be able to, but I wanted to try and figure out the whys. I wanted to get answers so that I thought that I would get strong, and then I would be able to move on. Then I could face July and August and all the holidays that we are now going through. But time just kept moving, and I didn't get any answers, and I was just on a merry-go-round of emotions, because it's just taking away from me that time that I was with them. And so no, time does not heal all wounds. It helps to take away that initial shock, but it's still my enemy.